What up, it's Dane here. In this video I'm going to tell you why sugar does not make you fat and why you should probably not go on a low carb diet. So let's get into it. So first of all, when sugar and fat intake is controlled and when calories are matched, there is no impact on body weight. So for example, let's say I give you loads of fat and the calories are controlled compared to loads of sugar and the calories are controlled. There's no impact on body fat or body weight, so keep that in mind. Now, step number 2, a lot of people, and you might hear this guy called Gary Taub saying them, okay, look at the research back in 1980 or 1800s or some bullshit like that, and he'll use this to say that, look at the sugar intake and then look at the obesity rate. So he basically says that the amount of sugar intake relates to the amount of obesity rate. But he doesn't really look closely into it, right? Because he likes to explain it logically so people think, oh yeah, of course sugar makes you fat because look at the obesity intake. However, when you look at other studies like 1970 or something like that, they show that there's no predictor of body weight or even body fat when sugar intake is increased as well. So sugar does not make you fat. Here's exactly why. And sugar, high sugar does not exactly mean high GI. And when I mean high GI, it's high glycemic, right? And you might have had a lot of people say, stay away from high glycemic carbs and stuff like this, only eat low GI carbs. But what does this actually mean? When you look at the research, when you look at the science, Coca-Cola has a lower blood glucose, or should we call it blood sugar response, compared to a potato, right? So white potato spikes your blood sugar more than Coca-Cola does. You see what I mean? So what's high GI, what's low GI, does it even matter? Now, when you look at other studies that have like a low GI or even a low glycemic load, and the glycemic load is basically the glycemic index times the total amount of carbohydrates, right? That's the glycemic load. Now, when you have a diet that's glycemic load, low glycemic load, the body weight, the body fat, again, no significant difference. So, does sugar make you fat? Directly, no. But here's the caveat, here's the deal. The reason most people think sugar makes you fat, and this is what pisses me off a little bit, right, is that loads of people say, oh, I'm eating like, what, donuts, blah, 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 that's got sugar in it. Yes, it's got sugar in it, but what's also got, it's got high fat. So, foods that are high in sugar and high in fat, those are the foods that are more fattening because they are more hyperpalatable. By more hyperpalatable, I mean they're nicer to eat. And when foods are nicer to eat, what do? You overconsume them, right? So sugar directly doesn't make you fat. Again, when you look at studies in rodents or like rats or something like that, I don't know why they call them rodents. That's such a like, why don't you just call them rats? When you look at studies like that and you see the amount of sugar that correlates with their fat gain, or yeah, let's say body fat gain, it doesn't actually correlate to, like, let's say here's low sugar, here's high sugar, and boom, the body weight goes up. It gets to a bliss point, right? So it's like low sugar, no, I don't like that too much. Yeah, optimal, I like that, I want to eat more of it. No, this is too much. Now this is increasing sugar intake, right, along the x-axis. So sugar, nah, this is too much, I'm not liking that. So there you can see again, there's an optimal amount of sugar. Now, doesn't this just make sense? Like, do you just go in your kitchen or something like that and put sugar in your mouth? No, so sugar is also not addictive. So that's the end of the video, man. To conclude it here, to give you a practical application, is that if you're gonna eat foods that are more satiating, and that doesn't necessarily mean stay away from high GI foods like white potatoes, because why would you want to cut out white potatoes when white potatoes are one of the most satiating foods, right? So that's also why I don't understand too much of a low carb diet. Inherently, it does also work because it increases protein intake, we know that. But when calories are matched, again, sugar does not make you fat. That's enough said, man. Stay positive, stay smiling. Watch this video here if you like, and as always, you know the deal. I'll see you in the next one.